Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, I am Madhu and today we are going to talk about two of the most important concepts in software testing, that is severity and priority. Maybe you will get confused by this term severity and priority and it may mix up for you, but when we will be going to end that video, I mean at the end of the video, you will come to know the difference between both of these and how both of these are affecting the testing process. Before starting the topic of severity and priority, let me tell you one more important thing is that first, you have to understand the topic what is bug or defect and what is the defect reporting process. So, regarding these two topics, I have uploaded another two videos in my channel. Try to follow that videos and try to understand that thoroughly, then it will be very much useful for you to understand this particular topic severity and priority. Regarding that, I have given the links in the description box. Kindly follow those links and thoroughly understand these two topics. Now we'll discuss about severity and priority. First, we'll start about going to describe the types of severity, what is priority, types of the priority. Along with that, I'm going to explain some real time examples for you. So, now we'll start the topic what is severity. In software testing, severity refers to the impact of a defect or bug has on its functionality or performance of the software application. This is all about how serious a bug is in terms of its impact on the software. And severity tells us how badly a defect affects the system functionality. For example, I'm giving you an example over here. If a bug causes the application to crash, then it's a high severity issue. If it is a minor visual bug like some button color mismatch, they are going to have a low severity. Regarding this, we'll be discussing in this particular thing is the parameter is set by the tester while raising a defect, and it's basically under the control of the tester because the tester has that much control that he or she can decide how much will be the severity per that particular defect. So while writing the defect report, at that time the tester is mentioning what is the priority or severity of that particular defect is. The QA person or testing team test engineer, he or she is deciding or determining the severity based on the impact on the functionality. I mean how much the defect affects the software's core functionalities. Uh, Another thing, he is just considering that is the user experience, how the defect impacts the user's ability to interact with the system. Then how much data loss or data corruption is happening by this particular defect, and the system stability, whether the bug causes crashes or slow down or freeze, what is happening to the particular application or software due to this defect. By considering all this point, the tester is defining the severity of that particular. Now, what are the types of severity? In software testing, the types of severity is nothing but different levels or categories. There are five types I have mentioned over here. One is critical, another is high, another is medium, another is low, another is optional. First, we'll discuss about what is critical severity. Bug that causes the system to fail completely or render it unusable and requiring immediate action. At that time, we are giving high severity, means I mean critical severity to particular defect. Example is that application crashes when trying to save a data. Okay, suppose there is one registration form, and I'm giving us examples over here also. There is a registration form, and you have entered all the details in the registration form. Whenever you are clicking on the save button, the application is getting crashed. I mean, you are seeing the 404 error over here. That is a very critical severity, and you have to mark critical severity to that. Means as soon as possible, the development team has to fix that particular defect. Then another is that high severity. The major in high severity, the major functionality will be broken of that particular application and the system remains operational. So, I mean, the core functionality of that particular application will be not working, but still some functionality are operational. At that time, we can make that defect as a high severity. Example here I have taken is payment processing fails after checkout. Suppose there is a cart. We are using all e-commerce sites, right? I have verified one product. After that I have sent it to cart, add to cart I have done, and then I have started shopping. Whenever I'm clicking on checkout button, the payment page come. The payment, when I am processing, the payment is getting failed after checkout. This will be having high severity, as the payment is getting failed and I can't order that particular product, so it is high severity. But as I said you that some systems of this particular application is operational. I mean, add to cart is operational, checkout is operational, only the payment functionality is failing, so its severity will be high. Then I'll be considering here of medium severity. Bugs that cause problems but don't prevent the system from functioning, potentially requiring workarounds. If you'll be doing some workaround, then that system will be working. At that time, we can consider that particular defect as a medium priority. Example, filters are not working for a product listing page. Suppose there is a product listing page and there is a filter option. When we clicking the filter is not working. Okay, with how it is a medium severity, without using the filter also we can verify the product and we can do shopping, anything we can do. So its severity is medium. Means first you have to come, first the development team has to complete critical and high defects, then they have to consider the medium severity, as the filter is not working, other things are working fine over here. Then low severity, it is nothing but considered as a minor severity. Bugs that are noticeable but don't significantly impact the system's functionality are known as low impact. Suppose misaligned button, there is a button misalignment is not correct, some spelling mistake and some color mismatch. These are all UI related issues. For this particular defect, we can make it as a low severity. It should be fixed, as it is affect means looking bad. As it's a UI thing, it is looking bad to the user. But the thing is that first we can give it low severity as the application is functioning properly. Another is that optional or trivial or cosmetic severity. These cosmetic things are minor issues like spelling mistakes and some virtual visual imperfections that don't affect the functionality. So suppose in the extra space in the footer or font inconsistency, font is not consistent all over the application. All these things are cosmetic things. We can give it as very low severity and can be fixed later. Here I have completed the topic severity. Now we'll cover the topic priority. First, we'll discuss what is priority. The topic priority is a bit different from severity. It is all about how soon a bug needs to be fixed based on its urgency. A bug could have high severity but might not need immediate fixing, or it could have low severity but need to be fixed right away. It is all about the urgency to fix the issue. Then types of priority. There are three types I have mentioned over here for priority. One is high priority, another is medium priority, and then is high priority. First of all, discuss the defect must be fixed immediately because it significantly affects critical functionality or business operations. So, as its functionality is very critical, so the defect must be resolved as soon as possible as it is affecting the system severely and cannot be used until it is fixed. For that reason, we have given high priority to that particular defect. For example, a payment gateway failure in an e-commerce application, as payment is not happening, so it is a very high priority bug and we have to fix it as soon as possible. Then medium priority, the defect should be resolved during the normal course of the development, but it can wait until a new version is created. Means the defect has to be fixed, but when a new version will be created and given for testing, at that time you can complete the defect and give, as it is a medium functionality defect and the application is not halting the core operations. Core operations can be done. For instance, a misalignment in a form field. A form is there, its misalignment is there, we can take it as a medium priority. Then low priority. The defect is really irritant, but a repair can be done once the more serious defects can be fixed. The defect has very minimal impact and can be addressed in the future releases. Example is that minor cosmetic issues like typo in the footer, or there is some spelling mistakes which is not at all affecting the system. Its priority we can give it as low. Now we'll see the examples. Okay, this is very important topic for your interview, because whatever in this video I'm discussing, you'll be getting many more interview questions. One, you'll be getting what is higher severity. Another, you'll be getting what is high priority. What are the types of severity? What are the types of priority? Now, this is the examples I have providing over here. Mostly in almost all interview questions, you are going to get this question. What is, give an example of a high priority and high severity defect. Here I am given all these things. High priority and high severity. It refers to the most critical type of defect in software testing. It represents an issue that breaks the core functionality, occurs frequently, and affects many users, need immediate attention and resolution. All these type of things a defect is covering means it comes under high severity and high priority. Example scenarios also I have given. E-commerce website, user can't complete the purchase because of the checkout button crashes the application. Suppose there is a checkout button, we have done the payment, everything we have done, whenever we'll be clicking on the checkout, that application is getting crashed. That is a very very important defect to be fixed as soon as possible. And another example I'm giving, banking application. We are logging in with valid credential, but and we are expecting the bank screenshot to become, but instead of that we are getting 404. That is also a very high severity and high priority defect, because the bank click application is spelling means the end users will be in a very bad state, that what they are going to do. Then health, in healthcare system also I have given, patient data is not being saved due to a database failure. Suppose I am sitting in a hospital reception and I am entering all the patient details. I have covered everything, means I have registered all the patient details, and on clicking on the save button, the data is not going to the database. That is a database failure, but it's having high severity and high priority. Then payment gateway, as I said, you check out. And sometimes payment gateway fails process any transaction during peak hours. Just take one example. We are booking our flight, or we are booking our train tickets. Suppose IRCTC site is there. I have entered all my details. I have booked all the tickets, and when clicking on the payment button, the transaction sometimes some Tatkal ticket. Suppose you are booking, that is a very peak hours. Everyone will be transacting that particular IRCTC site, and it will be very rush at that time. In the peak hours, if you'll be clicking on the payment button, means on while doing the payment, the application is failing. That is also a very high severity and high priority defect, because the user will be not knowing that they have booked the ticket or they have not. They will be in dilemma, which is affecting the user a lot. So these are the examples of high severity and high priority defect. Now we will consider high severity and low priority. High severity and low priority defects is technically serious but not urgent from a business or release standpoint. It usually affects a critical feature and causes crash, but under rare conditions. Okay. So high severity here is issues like major functions failure or crash. Low priority means it is unlikely to happen in real world use. It is not urgent to fix immediately. Example of high severity and low priority are, one is there, suppose you are making an application for a particular client, and in the client logo, their company name you have written, means spelling mistake is there. That is, priority is very low as it is not affecting the system at all, but the severity is high because the client name spelling mistake you have done. For that reason, you have to fix that defect as soon as possible. Another example I'm going to give you, that suppose the button is misaligned. The severity is really very low because this is purely cosmetic bug and it does not affect the functionality of the website. You just still can complete the checkout process without any issue. And it, as it is not affecting the main feature, so its severity is very low, but priority is high. Why the priority is high? Although the issue is minor, it is as it is on the checkout page. By seeing this misalignment of this particular thing, a user can make a decision to purchase or not, because they may feel it's unprofessionalism and it will reduce the user's trust on that particular website. So this issue also should be fixed quickly to ensure smooth user experience and maintain the customer confidence. These two are the example of high severity and low priority. Now we'll be taking example of low severity and high priority. It refers to small technical issue with big business and urgency. Fixing urgency is too much, but during for the big, which is directly impacting the user willingness to complete the transactions. Another example I'm going to give, the mobile application crashes when logging in, but only on a specific device. After performing a rare sequence of actions, we are getting that bug. Means the an application is crashing, especially on the login screen, is a high severity issue, but is directly affects to the because it is directly affecting to the functionality of the application. If user cannot log in, they can't access the application's features. But its priority is low, even though it's an issue in high severity. It is only occurring in rare circumstances of specific devices. Means in all the mobile devices, this issue is not happening. In some devices, it is happening. The priority of issue this fixing might be low compared to the commonly encountered bugs, but the severity is high because the application is crashing. So it is here also the customer's confidence is getting reduced. So you have to make it as a high severity and low priority defect. Then at the last, we'll be considering low severity and low priority. This example is that spelling mistake on a about us page. The description of this bug is that there is a typo in the About Us section of the website. We are committing the excellence instead of committed. Okay. So its severity is very low, priority is also very low because everyone is not going to About Us particular About Us site anytime website. They're not following. It's a minor issue that does not impact the functionality, usability of the website, and it's a purely a cosmetic issue. And as it is a minor issue, it does not need to be fixed urgently. So only its severity and priority both are low. These are the four questions you are going to get in your interview. So thoroughly go through this video and thoroughly understand this topic. Really, you are going to get many more ideas regarding severity and priority. Thank you for watching my video. If you really likes my video, put a comment on the comment section. If you have any doubts, you just write it down in the comment section. I'm going to answer all of your queries. If you have not subscribed to my channel yet, click on the subscribe button and subscribe to my channel. If you are new to my channel, click on the notification bell icon. So if I'll be uploading any new videos, you are going to get the notification. Thank you again once again for watching my video, and bye bye.